guys, and welcome back to our channel. Today we're filming a video on how we met and our first date and our first kiss and all of that cute stuff. Make sure to subscribe so you get notified when we post a new video. But let's go ahead and talk about how I met this cutie.
How did you meet me? When people ask how we met, what is your response?
Well, my response is that I get very embarrassed and my face gets really red because I try and think, okay, what's a really good lie?
It's not that embarrassing.
We met on Tinder.
So many people meet on Tinder nowadays. In fact, every time we do this, we always get all embarrassed like that. And we tell someone we met on Tinder, and then most of the time people are like, oh, I met this person on Tinder.
It turns out not being that bad.
Lots of people have met their significant others online nowadays. I don't know why there's still such a stigma about it, especially in the gay community. I feel like there shouldn't be.
Yeah. So, we met on Tinder. Who messaged who first? So, was it me or was it you?
It was you.
Oh, right. I forget.
So, my, occupation was exotic dancer at BYU.
Which was a joke.
Which was a joke. So she was confused because, for those of you that don't know, BYU is a Mormon religious college that I used to go to, so it was a joke. But she thought it was for real.
So I was like, what the hell kind of lady is this? So I had to know, so I messaged her. Don't remember what I said. Do you remember what I said?
You just said exotic dancer at BYU, question mark? How does that work?
Oh, right. How do you remember all these things?
I remember everything.
This was like 3 years ago, to be fair. Okay, I'm not a bad wife. This was a long time ago. And I thought she was like really cute in her picture. So I hit her up. And this is where we get into the tragic part. Make a sad face.
She hit me up, we talked like a couple messages exchanged on Tinder.
We exchanged numbers.
And then, yeah, I asked for her phone number, and then I texted her, and I did not get a response. For like 2 days. And then she finally texted me back and she was like, oh, sorry, I forgot, or some lame excuse. What did you say?
I don't remember. I remember I had just gotten back from a concert with my friend for her birthday, and I just had this like weird feeling like I should message you back, which is weird because it was like probably like in the bottom of my messages because I was probably from other bitches. Just kidding. But it was probably like, I don't know, I just like felt like I had to message you. And I remember I was at Maverick and I was like getting a drink or a pack of gum or something, and I decided to text you back. I decided to be a good person and message you back.
And then she messaged me back. She said, oh, sorry, blah, blah, I was at a concert. And I said, oh, cool, what concert? Like, no worries, like, I'm not mad, you didn't text me back or whatever, you know? And then guess what happened? She didn't text me back for another 2 days.
Alright, let's just turn off this. We're done here.
But then after those 2 days passed, we actually started talking like normal.
Yeah, because then I realized I liked you, and yeah, you asked me on a date.
I asked her to go out to Indian food.
I had never had Indian food.
You had never had Indian food before. I just picked some random place that was like in between where her house was and my house because we lived like half an hour apart.
Yeah,
something like that. And so, yeah, it's called. Fun fact, we live like 30 seconds away from it right now.
We went on our date there and it was a really good day and I thought she was so cute. And when we were on our date, she was telling me about this like really weird movie. It's called Troll 2. Is that what it's called? And she was like, yeah, like you'll have to watch it. And I didn't want to be like, oh, we should watch it together. Because, you know, first date, I didn't want to seem too much like I wanted her. So I was like, oh yeah, like I'll have to like watch it with my sister or something. And then you were like, or you can just come over after we eat and watch it. So smooth on her part.
I was so nervous. That's the best first date I've ever been on though.
Me too. We like talked for like a long time. Anytime we, like when we were first dating, anytime I was like over at her house or we were like on a date, we would literally stay up till 6 o'clock in the morning just talking the entire time. We would turn on movies and we would talk throughout the whole movie, and I wouldn't go home to my house and it would already be light. I would like hang out with you the entire night because you were a bartender. I didn't have a job at the time, so it was just like we just didn't
have anything to do but hang out
the whole night together. But it was good. I loved it.
Usually, like, I'm a very, like, awkward person, and so when I first meet people, especially people, like, beautiful women that, like, I want to date, like, I get really, like, intimidated, and she was by far the prettiest girl I've ever even, like, talked to. Like, no joke. Like, And for some reason, like, I was so nervous. I got to our first date like half an hour early, and I just sat in my car. I pulled in like 2 minutes late, bumping through the parking lot like, oh.
Just kidding.
I remember sitting in the parking lot, and I was waiting for an okay time to text you saying I just left, so I didn't sound crazy.
Oh my gosh. I think I remember you telling me that a while after. Because you were already she was already in the restaurant when I got there. So I had to walk into the restaurant. She was right there, and she was like wearing this really cute flannel, and she like hugged me. And my first impression, my like very first thought when I met her in person was, oh, thank God she's not short. Because I always end up dating shorter girls, and I like being like, I don't know, not that I like being short, but I just like, you know, that like, not big hugs, you're not a big. She's like,
I'm like the same exact type as you.
Yeah, but I don't know, I'm used to dating like 5'1" girls, so it was like, oh, it's nice, and you're so cute, I just want to squeeze her and strangle her.
After our first date, we go home to my place. We watched Troll 2, which by the way is the worst movie on the planet, and that's why I was like talking to her about it, because it's like really funny how bad it is, and I had just watched it, so I invited her over, we watched it.
Should we reenact our first kiss?
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna reenact our first kiss.
We're sitting here on a couch, like just like this. We have my little laptop.
And the TV's here. You guys are the TV with Troll 2 on.
Yeah.
And there's this weird girl on it, and we were kind of joking, so I'll put a picture of what she looks like here.
Yeah. So we're sitting here, and we're just kind of like teasing each other and talking, and I'm like, oh, that's your girlfriend. Like, you got a crush on her, or something really immature like that.
And I said, I'd rather have you. Learn from me, ladies.
It was very smooth.
Very smooth. I don't know why I did that. But I got her. I'm here. I have a rock on my hand, so it worked.
You're cute.
That's how our first kiss happened. And I feel like we did the same thing as we did like every single day. I didn't go home till like 3 in the morning. This was a little bit earlier, so I didn't stay till like 6 in the morning.
Right.
But we talked throughout the whole movie, and then we like talked after, so.
Yeah. I remember we went on like a little walk outside of my apartment complex right afterwards. And I remember there was some broken glass on the ground because we lived in a really trashy area.
Some empty beer cans, cigarettes. Just kidding. So yeah, that's the story of our first date and our first kiss. So we're not gonna get into too many juicy details, but if you want to know if it was the first date, second date, 12th date, are we still virgins? If you want to know, we can make our first time video, but you have to let us know down below because we're not going to tell you the juicy details unless you want to hear the juicy details. So, gotcha. But we can tell you about who said I love you first, because this is also, actually this is bad on my part. This makes me look bad. The first kiss was smooth, but this makes me look bad. So, we were hanging out, we didn't live together or anything. We had been dating like what, 2 months, 2, 3 months?
Something like that, that sounds right,
Yeah, we dated casually for a while before we actually got into like a relationship, but we had been in like a relationship for like probably like 2 or 3 months. And we were hanging out at her house, and she was like joking around with me, and she was like, oh, why do you hate me? And I literally, this was my first instinct, okay? I knew I loved her, but I wasn't gonna say it yet because I wanted her to say it. I literally threw my entire body over her like this and said, no, I love you. And then I just like was like, oh, what do I do? And then I froze, but I was still on top of her like this. And then her roommate comes walking up the stairs. We both make eye contact with him, and I don't know what to do.
This super long, awkward silence right after that, where she's like, I love you, and we were like,
and then I just slowly like got off her, and then I just like sat, and then for like 3 hours, she's like, so you love me? Do you love me? Like, do you love me? Did you say that because you mean it? Did you say it by accident? So then she just teased me for the next 3 hours of our life until I finally told her that I loved her.
Do you still love me?
Yeah.
And then right after that, I told her I loved her too, because I knew I loved her too.
We knew we loved each other, but I feel like we were both being stubborn. Like, we both knew that we were kind of like, you know?
Yeah.
But I feel like you wanted me to say it, and I wanted you to say it, and so it just like wasn't happening.
Just kind of slipped out.
I've never told somebody that I loved them first. So it was like really scary for me. But it kind of just slipped, like an accidental fart. She's like, oopsie. And then I was just kind of stuck in my tracks. You don't know what to do, so that's what I did. So that is pretty much it for our first date and how we met and our first kiss and all of that good stuff. So if you like this video and you do want to hear about the juicy, comment down below and we can do a video on that. And we're gonna start doing this new thing where you leave a comment letting us know that you're subscribed and you have our notifications on, and we will give you a shout out in our next video. So comment down below and we will do it in our next video, which will be posted probably in like 2 days after this one, because we post usually about twice a week. So make sure to do that so we can give you guys some shout outs, we can interact with you and stuff, and follow us on Instagram. But other than that, I think that's pretty much it. I love my wife. She's so cute. I'm glad I went on a first date with her. Thanks so much for watching. Bye guys.